Landforms are natural features of the Earth's surface that have distinct shapes and characteristics. They are formed by various geological processes including erosion, weathering, deposition, and tectonic activity. Types of landforms. 1. Mountains, elevated landforms with steep sides. They are formed by tectonic forces, volcanic activity, and erosion. Examples include the Himalayas and the Andes. 2. Hills, elevated landforms but smaller and less steep than mountains. Hills are formed by geological processes like faulting and erosion. Examples are the Black Hills and the Chocolate Hills. Valleys, low areas between hills or mountains, often with a river running through them. They are formed by river erosion or glacial activity. There are different types, such as V-shaped valleys, which are formed by rivers, and U-shaped valleys, which are formed by glaciers. Some well-known examples include the Grand Canyon and Yosemite Valley. Plateaus. These are elevated, flat-topped areas that rise sharply above the surrounding area. They can be formed by volcanic activity, uplift, or erosion. Notable examples are the Colorado Plateau and the Deccan Plateau. Plains, large, flat, or gently rolling areas of land. They are formed by sediment deposition from rivers, wind, or ice. Examples of plains include the Great Plains and the Indo-Gangetic Plain. Deserts, arid regions with sparse vegetation formed by low rainfall, high evaporation rates, and sometimes wind erosion. Examples include the vast Sahara Desert and the Mojave Desert. Deltas, landforms created by the deposition of sediment at the mouth of a river as it flows into an ocean, sea, or lake. Examples include the Nile Delta and the Ganges-Brahmaputra Delta. Canyons, deep valleys with steep sides, often carved by river erosion. Examples include the iconic Grand Canyon and the beautiful Antelope Canyon. Beaches, coastal landforms consisting of loose particles like sand, gravel, or pebbles. They're formed by wave action and tidal processes. Some well-known examples include Bondi Beach and Waikiki Beach. Islands. These are landforms surrounded by water on all sides. They can be formed by volcanic activity, coral growth, or rising sea levels. There are different types, such as continental islands, volcanic islands, and coral islands. For instance, Hawaii and Greenland are famous examples. Peninsulas. These landforms are surrounded by water on three sides but connected to a mainland. They are formed by tectonic activity and erosion. Examples include the Florida Peninsula and the Iberian Peninsula. Volcanoes. These fascinating landforms are created by volcanic activity, where magma from beneath the Earth's crust reaches the surface. There are several types of volcanoes, including shield volcanoes, composite volcanoes, and cinder cone volcanoes. Some well-known examples are Mount Fuji in Japan and Mauna Loa in Hawaii. Key concepts: erosion and weathering. Erosion is the process of moving sediment from one place to another by natural forces like wind, water, or ice. On the other hand, weathering refers to the breaking down of rocks into smaller pieces through chemical, physical, or biological processes. Deposition is the process by which sediment is laid down in new locations. Tectonic activity. The movement of the Earth's plates can form mountains, valleys, and other landforms. Volcanic activity. The eruption of magma from beneath the Earth's crust forms landforms like volcanoes and islands. Glacial processes. The movement of glaciers carves out valleys and shapes mountains. Understanding these landforms and the processes that create them is crucial for geography and earth science studies.